competitive. I think you're not going to see a lot of empty possessions on the offense, and you're going to see great defense. And, you know, the one thing that you can do if you're the Mammasboys is make sure you know where Mike Hart is, because if he gets them extra possessions on offensive rebounds, it's going to hurt the Mammasboys.
Okay. There's Ben Shelton. He wears number 20. There's Austin Shelton, who wears number 22. There's number 30 is Aubrey Shelton. And Caleb Shelton Johnson wears number 62. And again, UPS, Puget Sound University, is where they played their college basketball. They weren't all gray when they got here the first time in 2005, but they have played some great basketball, Craig, and they're crafty. They're old man crafty is what they are.
And I think that's what they're going to have to do. They've won the toss, so they're going to get the ball first, and they got to be very patient on offense and make sure they get good looks at the rim, because Hub can separate themselves from you very quickly with their shooting from Axton and Parker Kelly.
Certainly. Axton on the bench right now. They'll start with Mike Hart, Parker Kelly, and Robert Lippman, the former state champion out at Northwest Christian High School. And then they missed that time. And the Sheltons, Ben Shelton is out there with Austin Shelton and Caleb Shelton Johnson. Parker Kelly, the MVP last year, and he'll take it right to the rack and lay it up and in. You have to guard Parker at the line because he's such a great shooter in this tournament. And that time they did, and he went by him with a dribble. But sometimes you'd just rather have Parker take the one, Craig, instead of the two.
Yeah, I'll concede that to Parker, because I think last year, if my memory serves me right, he had like 6 or 7 too.
Yeah, he did. Austin Shelton to the glass and lay it up. Everybody is really concerned the way these teams played defense the first time, not giving somebody the open look from two.
And that time, Lippman just kind of stood up in his defensive stance and then had to just concede the two, or the basket.
Parker Kelly starting off. What a great weekend for the Kelly family. His dad, Terry Kelly, the former Cougar great, into the Hooptown Hall of Fame.
Well deserving. I believe he was on the board early on, too.
He was.
And a tax accountant, so I think he did their taxes, too.
He does a little bit of everything.
He wears a lot of hats.
A great shooter as well. Here we go, Austin Shelton. Caleb Shelton Johnson now. Ben Shelton on the drive. Can't get it to go. Mike Hart tipped it twice. Mike Hart already doing Mike Hart things. Kelly with it.
Last year he was rewarded with the MVP or MOP of the bracket. And I don't think he had a basket.
No, he did not score a point in the championship game. That's how valuable he was. Parker Kelly scoring early and often here. He's got 4 quick points and a quick lead for Hub Northwest. Trying for their 6th championship.
This will be 6 in a row, right?
Yep.
5 consecutive, yep.
Nobody had won 4 in a row before they did it.
Mammasboys taking their time now on the offense.
Caleb Shelton Johnson, no, can't finish. Lippman with a rebound. Good defense. Robert.
They got to come up with a stop on this possession.
Kelly using his speed and scores it out the window. He's got all 5 of their points.
And you're exactly right. The first basket, you have to guard him, so that the defense came out on him and he went to the rim. And now he's kind of got the defense off balance because he's made a couple, 2. So, he's got the defense in his hip pocket right now.
Aubrey Shelton to Ben Shelton. 2-man game with Aubrey right here. Now to Austin Shelton. Takes it to the glass, can't finish. Offensive rebound to Ben Shelton. No, 3rd chance here. Austin Shelton. Ben Shelton. Pump fakes on Mike Hart twice and scores it. First basket of the game for Ben Shelton. Sorry, Craig.
Oh, no, that was a good possession for Puget Sound. They were missing shots, but they got the offensive rebound, and then they get the basket at the end.
Mark Axton's checked in. He's not wasting any time. Can't get that to go, and we got a foul. It's going to be on Mammasboys.
Mike Hart was down there, and I think Austin Shelton was doing all he could to keep Mike Hart from getting the offensive rebound. So if you got to hold him, I'll take that.
Yeah. Remember, 6 fouls, nothing happens. 7th foul, 2 shots. And you shoot all free throws after 6. So even if it's an offensive foul. Mark Axton trying to spin. Lost his footing here. Aubrey Shelton against Axton. Back to Ben Shelton. Patience here for Mammasboys.
And I would keep Hub on defense as long as I could.
Ben Shelton back to Austin Shelton. No, and Mike Hart there for the board. Kelly wide open 2 on the way. Missed it. Hart with a rebound. Kelly takes another one. Can't get that. Hart with another rebound. And he is fouled by Ben Shelton, the second foul on Mammasboys.
So when I was in Cleveland, I also had to guard Dennis Rodman. And the best way to guard Dennis Rodman was hold like you just saw one of the Sheltons do with Mike Hart.
That had to be fun.
Oh, my gosh.
Mike Hart. Nice job there by Austin Shelton to cut him off there. They were trying to alley-oop it to him. Axton. Nope. Nice box off by Austin Shelton, keeping Hart off the glass there.
That's what you got to do. You can't let Mike Hart push you into the paint because he's going to out-jump you.
Austin Shelton left it short. Hart with another board. I got him for 8 rebounds so far.
Oh, my gosh.
Parker Kelly can't finish. Caleb Shelton Johnson back into the game. Long 2 by Austin Shelton, and he's got his second basket of the game. And that's the first distance shot for Mammasboys. And all of a sudden, 3 straight points for Mammasboys. They've cut the lead to 1.
Yeah, they needed that run there because Hub looked like they were going to separate there pretty quickly.
Axton. No call that time. Axton went down hard. See if they take advantage of Caleb Shelton Johnson for 2. No. Mike Hart with yet another rebound. That shot could have went down. They would have had their first lead of the game.
Hub doesn't find themselves behind in a lot of the Hoopfest games.
Inside to Robert Lippman, who takes it to the window and scores his first basket of the game. That's the first hoop for Hub Northwest by anybody other than Parker Kelly. Back to a 2-point lead.
In all the years I've been doing it, Lippman starts the game. Maxon's on the bench first. They go to Lippman almost all the time. He's so crafty with the little soft baby hooks, left-handed or right.
Pretty skilled with his back to the basket. Long 2 on the way. That shot not good by Aubrey Shelton.
Which is almost like the dinosaur, back to your basket. Mm-hmm. They don't have very many posts anymore that we see with the back to the basket.
Hart, Axton.
Oh,
try to give it back to Hart. Zigged when he should have zagged that time. Turnover.
was always coached to always make sure you had eye contact with the guy you were passing to. And I don't think Mark or Mike had eye contact.
Austin Shelton just trying to get away from a defender. Finds his brother Aubrey Shelton. Count the basket.
Simultaneously.
The foul's going to be on Hub.
So that ties the game.
Correct.
But they still, Hub gets the foul.
Hub will get the foul. The possession changes, just like because it's a made basket, but you still count that foul against Hub. 1 foul on Hub, 2 on Mammasboys. Axton to the window. Mark still looking for his first basket. Got his own rebound. Back it away. Drops it into Lippman. Just back down Caleb Shelton Johnson. He just used his strength and size. Robert Lippman with his second bucket of the game.
Lippman almost fell on the ground because Caleb almost pulled the chair out from under him, but he was able to recover and come up with the basket.
You think about that, it's exactly what it looks like when that happens.
Yeah.
Caleb Shelton Johnson to his brother. Austin Shelton can't get it. Mike Hart will track down that rebound.
Yeah, Mike Hart went down to help on the drive, and it was a great dish out to one of the Sheltons, and he just missed it.
Backdoor cut by Kelly. Great pass from Hart. And Parker will go to the free throw line. That'll be the 3rd foul on Mammasboys, and the first time anybody has been to the free throw line.
I know Parker all through high school and at Eastern, where I was able to be an assistant coach when he was out there, was a great free throw shooter.
So Parker Kelly's 6th point of the game gives Hub Northwest the 2-point lead. We're going to take our first media time out here of this championship game. It's been a slugfest so far. Final game of Hoopfest continues, and we return here on SWX Design Center. We want to be your jeweler for life. Back to the action here. Dennis Patch and Craig Elo with you here. Long 2-pointer, and it's good. Ben Shelton. First 2-pointer, second 2-pointer of the game for Mammasboys here, and ties it up, Craig.
Yeah, he did a really nice job of shooting that ball coming off of a good screen by his brother Austin.
Parker Kelly, a deep 2 on the way, left it short. Ball tipped, grabbed by Hart. Second chance here. Kelly against Austin Shelton. Hesitates, floater in the air, and knocks it down. 7 for Parker Kelly.
Parker dominating on offense for Hub. He got him out to a 5-1 lead, but the Mammasboys clawed and scratched their way back to just being down by 1.
Opportunity to take a lead here if they can hit a 2.
Mm-hmm.
In the 2011 Hoopfest champions, 2 on the way by Shelton, missed it. Saved by Parker Kelly, and somehow Mike Hart comes out of the pack with it. Kelly, 2 on the way. No, didn't go. We said 2011 Mammasboys won it, but they have been playing in this tournament every year since 2005. Ben Shelton backs it down on Kelly.
Patience by the Mammasboys.
Austin Shelton with a jab step. Leaves it up to Ben Shelton. 2-pointer on the way by Aubrey Shelton. No, and Parker Kelly is there for a board.
Puget Sound, or Mammasboys were working the perimeter and looking for that shot, but didn't come up with it.
Kelly tripped up. He's trying to get rid of the ball before he traveled. Mammasboys couldn't take advantage of the opportunity of Kelly being on the deck. It's Ben Shelton with it. Back to Austin Shelton. Ben and Austin playing catch here. Austin got the 2-point shot.
Gives them the lead.
Ben Shelton, Austin Shelton, Aubrey Shelton have all hit 2-point shots here. It's the first lead of the game for Mammasboys here, halfway home.
So again, remember they started down 5-1. So they've had their way with Hub.
Axton lets the defender fly by and then takes the 2 for his first basket of the game.
Most of his shots all through the 2 days of Hoopfest are usually off-balance, one-legged shots. That time he had both feet on the ground when the defender flew by. He looked right at the rim and had an open shot.
Austin Shelton now with it. Back in front, Hub Northwest by a point. Slow patience here. Ben Shelton against Axton. Throw it back out. Caleb Shelton Johnson back into the lineup. Ben Shelton against Parker Kelly. The up and under move, and they're going to call a foul on Kelly. That'll be the second on Hub. And that will send Ben Shelton to the free throw line.
Yeah, this is Feds at its finest. When it first came out, every foul you shot one. You have to be in the act of shooting.
Nope, free throw wouldn't go. That was the first free throw of the game for Mammasboys. We only had 2 free throws taken in this game so far.
Parker for Hub, and that one right there.
Screen coming from Mike Hart. Kelly guarded by Aubrey Shelton. Finds Mike Hart. Kelly to the window. And it'll be a blocking foul. And Kelly's going to go to the free throw line. And Mammasboys is going to be whistled for the 4th foul of the game.
Caleb did a nice job leaving his man to get back there and help defense, but just couldn't get his feet set.
It's not easy to fall on a wood floor, but it's even worse to fall on a concrete.
Yeah.
Parker with a perfect free throw there. He's got 8.
If you watch his shooting fundamentals, I mean, the ball, you can see it's not flat on the hand and his fingers, and he's got a nice follow through.
Caleb Shelton Johnson now against Axton. Good defense by Mark Axton. 2 on the way by Aubrey Shelton, can't get it. Caleb Shelton Johnson with the offensive rebound. Oh, Mike Hart with a block.
Nice closeout on the shot, and then Ben takes it to the rim, but Mike blocks it.
Axton from the parking lot rattles, and it goes out. That was a deep 2.
It was.
Patience of Mammasboys here.
That's what you can be. Like I said, you want to keep Hub on defense as long as you can.
Reset the offense here. Caleb Shelton Johnson will back it behind the clearance line. Backdoor cut after faking the 2. Up and under move, just can't finish. Did everything right but finish.
Yeah, Mark Axton actually recovers on the lob over, and it kind of overran. And Caleb takes it to the weak side, but comes up empty.
1-on-1, Kelly. Quickness to the window, and he'll score it. Parker Kelly with another basket, his 9th point of the game.
That's, again, danger. If you go off of Mike Hart to help, then if Parker misses that, then Mike's right there to clean it up again with an offensive rebound. So Yeah, you might as well go all the way.
Normally Parker Kelly's had 9 points in a Hoopfest game. It's 4 twos and a single. He's only got 1 2-point shot in this game. 8 baskets made by Kelly. 7 of the single variety. Austin Shelton got fouled going to the window. That'll be Hub's 3rd foul. That basket will count for Austin Shelton, his 5th point of the game. No shooting foul because we're under 7. Foul's not really a factor in this game like they were in the 6-foot and under championship game.
Played a big part in that.
Yeah. Where B-Ball for Life got back into the game because they were in the double bonus.
Not bad. That's off.
Axton to Kelly.
Yeah.
Axton against Ben Shelton. Strong to the window and score it. Mark Axton with 3 points. You know, the great thing about Axton, he knows where he is on the court at all points in times. He knew where he was, even though it looked like he was out of control a little bit there.
And the shot he made to put Hub in the championship was an off-balance runner going the opposite way, but makes it with his right.
Caleb Shelton Johnson. Penetrate to the window and score it. Ben Shelton got around his defender and then quickly got to the window. Cuts it to a 2-point lead.
He had Hub on the defense there and had 2 Hub players on him, but comes up with a little nifty shot to get under him.
Axton, no. Good job that time. He didn't get the rebound, was Austin Shelton, but he kept Mike Hart off that glass. 2-pointer would tie it here.
So at this point in the day, moving without the basketball is almost not going to be there because of the fatigue.
Well, don't forget, these two teams have already won their Hoopfest bracket. They're Hoopfest champions. Then they had to come and win a semifinal game, beating another Hoopfest champion to get into this game. So they played some extra games here today. To the window and just couldn't finish. Austin Shelton got robbed by the rim. Parker Kelly down the lane. Floater can't get it to go, and an offensive foul on Parker. And that'll be the 4th on Hub. So each team now with 4 fouls.
Normally, I'd say in street basketball, you don't try to take charges because it is, like you said, a hard concrete floor that they're falling on. But all floors are hard. But, yeah, normally
you also might not get the call because they let a little bit more go. If I'm going to get run over by a steamroller, I want a call. 2-point lead for Hub in those black jerseys. Mammasboys in the white. Aubrey Shelton just takes the shot over Axton, gave him the long single. Shelton has his 3rd basket of the game. So 5 for Austin Shelton, 3 for Ben.
isolation.
Kelly. Step back 2. Nope, Mike Hart with a rebound. Kelly to the window and score it. Parker now in double digits.
So the offensive rebound by Mike Hart. After that long shot by Parker, he gets the ball. He gets it right back to Parker Cut. Tell those 2 guys that played together.
Trying to have that intuition when you've won 5 of these in a row. Lippman back into the game. Guarding Ben Shelton, and that'll be the 5th on Hub. Then Shelton will go to the free throw line. Just the 2nd free throw attempt here for Mammasboys. one to go.
Took his time, went through his routine, and looked good. It's just a little long.
Well, you got to wonder about where the legs are at this point in time, this late in the tournament. Lippman backs it down on Aubrey Shelton. Jump hook, rolls it over. Third point of the game for Robert Lippman with a nice jump hook. Up Northwest with a 3-point lead. We take our final timeout.
Center court action in our 6-foot and over championship game. Wanted to tell you what I heard in the huddles earlier from these two teams. What I heard from Mammasboys with them talking about penetrating, trying to draw some fouls on Hub Northwest. They've done a good enough job. They've gotten to 5 fouls now, so that could play a big role if they're able to pick up a couple more. On the other side from Hub Northwest, not a lot talking about in that huddle, Dennis and Craig. It was really just a lot of planning, a lot of working off actions that Mike Hart was designing, and right now there's 4 points away from a championship, guys.
They're 6th in a row. Mammasboys here. Then Shelton with the basket. Caleb Shelton Johnson open from the outside. Can't get it.
They got the penetration and kind of got the defense to turn their heads. Got an open look for Caleb, but came up empty again.
Mike Hart against Austin Shelton. Mike giving a little bit of a head fake like he was going to throw a pass or something. Maybe take a shot. Mark Axton. Austin Shelton giving up a few inches, a couple of pounds as well. Axton just backing him down. Fade away, no. Good defense with Mike Hart with yet another rebound. Unofficially having him for 15 boards.
And probably 7 of them are offensive.
And there is the rarest of rare at Hoopfest, a Mike Hart basket.
That empty possession by the Mammasboys on that previous possession now has put them in a big hole.
Yeah, and they also picked up their 5th foul, was called on the play. No shots because we're not shooting the bonus. But both these teams are 2 fouls away from 2 shots. Keep that in mind. See if we try to take it at people. Off-balance jumper, not that time. By Shelton. Parker Kelly with a basketball. 2-pointer. No, Mike Hart with a rebound.
Oh, got Lippman for the foul.
Yeah, and that will be Hub's 6th foul. The next foul on Hub, 2 shots for Mammasboys. Axton returns, Lippman will sit down.
So they get the much needed stop on defense.
Really need a bucket here in this possession.
It's got to come, I would say 1 would be sufficient enough.
Yeah, just something.
Yeah.
2 would be bonus. Caleb Shelton Johnson still looking for his first points of this game. And he can't finish that time. Axton with a rebound. We got to be careful of the 2, especially with Axton and Parker Kelly out on the floor. Kelly against the double team. No. Caleb Shelton Johnson tracks it down.
It took 2 of the Mammasboys to keep Mike Hart from getting that ball.
And Shelton for 2. No. I think they're going to say Mark Axton touched it last. They do. So get another opportunity here, Mammasboys. Got a timeout going to be called by, not sure.
I believe it was the Mammasboys.
Boys. Okay,
Yep.
so they're going to take their only timeout. You get 1 timeout in the game. Up Northwest, 17-13 lead. Parker Kelly leading all scores. He's got 10 here in this game.
Yeah, Mammasboys with possession of the basketball. I don't know if they're actually drawing something up. Austin's over there looking in on them, but I agree with what they were saying when Austin said they needed to penetrate. And did you say Hub has 16 fouls?
6 for Hub, 5 for Mammasboys. So the next foul on Hub is a 2-shot foul for Mammasboys. I would think in this possession, Craig, you'd want to take it at somebody to try and draw that foul.
Yeah. I mean, as much as they need a two-pointer to get them back into this ball game, 2 free throws would be even better.
Right, easier, non-contested shot. It'll be very interesting to see how they attack this with those 6 fouls right now on Hub. There's a little bit of strategery involved here when you get to this point in the game.
Yeah.
And we saw B-Ball for Life
Get
down
back.
by 4 use that bonus 2-shot free throws. Mammasboys with the ball. That's Caleb Shelton Johnson. Finds Austin Shelton. Aubrey Shelton against Mark Axton. Left it short, wouldn't go. Mike Hart with yet another board. I think Austin Getz had his head in both huddles. Let's throw it down to Austin, see what he's got. Austin?
I was there in the Mammasboys huddle. They were talking about trying to scheme a way to get 2s but not force it. They're not going to just start chucking here, but kind of getting late down here, Dennis.
Kelly to the window, and they're going to say it was off of Mammasboys. You saw Aubrey Shelton saying it was off his knee, but they did not go with that.
And there's no reviews
No,
at Hoopfest.
thank goodness. Mark Axton battling Aubrey Shelton here. Now to Parker Kelly. Axton to Hart. He'll take a 2. Mike Hart! What? Are you kidding me? Oh my! Mike Hart with a big 2-point shot, and Hub Northwest is a point away from their 6th title.
And again, a rarity of rain at Hoopfest for Hoopfest weekend, and Mike Hart shooting a 2.
Remember, he was the MVP last year, didn't score a point. Parker Kelly with a steal. Chance to win this game with a bucket here for the win. No! Mammasboys stays alive. Austin Shelton for 2.
That is not what Parker wanted to have happen.
That will be the 7th, and it's a 2-shot foul.
So this draws them closer, but they're still going to have to come up with some defensive stops.
Got to hit both free throws here. Austin Shelton.
Long.
One more. His 7th point of this game now. So Mammasboys got to get stops here. You really got to get. You need 3 stops if you're going to hit back-to-back-to-back 2s. You got to get some stops. Mike Hart with it. Hart to Axton. Doubled. Axton still takes it to the window, and he got fouled. And Aubrey Shelton not happy with that call. That'll be the 5th or the 16th foul on Mammasboys, but that means Mark Axton, he makes this free throw. It's 6 straight titles. And Hub Northwest has done it one more time. Mark Axton with a free throw and make it 6 straight champions for Hub Northwest.
Pretty impressive. I mean, they just they took everything that Mammasboys threw at them. They let them back into the ball game. They separated again. So Mike Hart coming up with a basket and a 2-pointer that we've never really witnessed before.
No. Well, I'm not sure I've ever seen Mike shoot a 2-pointer, let alone make a 2-pointer at Hoopfest, but certainly he had 16 rebounds unofficially. Those 3 points, though, big points.
Yep.
After in the final 5 that they needed, he had 3 of the last 5. So quite a performance for Mike Hart. Parker Kelly in double figures with 10. But Mammasboys, again, Hoopfest champions of their bracket, getting into this, and they put on a heck of a show. The champions from 2011. Let's throw it down to Riley Stockton, who's going to hand out the awards.
For the 6th